and welcome to the Corn Corner podcast. I'm Wicked Ran, and it's clear that the chicken crossed the road. I would like to know what's on the other side.
Yeah. I'm Cam Damage, and would you sign my Change.org petition to ban Don't Wake Daddy?
Oh my god. It's so good.
I would say Hasbro's Don't Wake Daddy, but I got ahead of myself. Everyone knows what I mean when I say Don't Wake Daddy.
We understand. And you know what else we understand? We understand what a game is.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're played on boards. On the ground, your friends get mad, they leave you, you got 1 or 2, 3 less friends at the end of the night.
After you're done playing the board game.
That's right.
It can happen. Breaking up families. Sorry.
Today, we're talking about board game. And it is a pastime that everyone's done. Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Settlers Catan.
It took me, I had to think in my
Operation.
head what you were trying to say with Settlers of Catan because it sounded like
Operation.
celeries. Yeah. Okay.
Settlers of Catan.
Operation.
Sorry. There's a lot of these different games that are out nowadays. And if you're not on the up and up on the know, then we're going to bring you up to speed.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of research with games lately.
Sure. I've had a lot of hands-on research over time with board games.
But that you mean playing them.
I do. Did you like
Wow.
that? Yeah.
You really did.
I'm a real tabletop head, you know?
TTH.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit about, if I have never seen a board game, I don't know what it is. Tell me a little bit about what happens in it.
Well, it really depends on what game you're playing. You know, is it 1v1? Is it a battleship? Is it a Connect 4?
Wow.
That kind of interface? Or are you playing like a group, you know, antagonistic game like Monopoly or Catan? Or, you know, what's another, the game of life?
Yeah.
Terrible childhood games. Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
I'm just naming games now. Or are you getting really, really crazy with it and doing like Twilight Imperium or a legacy game like
Oh my God.
like the Betrayal at Hill House or
There's so many things that we're talking about. I'd like to break it down right now.
yeah.
Growing up, what game did you play the most with your family?
My family wasn't a big board game family necessarily. My sisters and I would play card games.
Like Solitaire. Go.
Well, Solitaire is a one-person game, you know. We play Spit and Spoons.
What is Spit?
I don't remember exactly what. I think Spit was 1v1, and it was something where it was very fast, and you would slap the deck when something happened. I don't exactly remember now because it's been a long time, but Spoons, I know I would play with all my sisters, and there'd be 3 spoons, and things would happen where someone would get some kind of. They'd get rid of all their cards that have a specific hand, and they discreetly grab 1 spoon. And as soon as you see someone else grab a spoon, you can too. So then there's like a scrambling of spoon grabbing at the end. But we loved Spit and Spoons. Those were like the top card games. But then in board games, I have vivid memory of only playing like once or twice. And once was playing Scrabble with my one sister, my mom and dad, when the power went out. And it ended in like a blowout of being like, that's not a word. And like, and this was like before cell phones.
Yeah.
So we weren't like, let me Google it. It was just like, it's not a fucking word. And like, it like devolved into like whatever. So that wasn't, but I did start playing, I played board games with friends at their houses. And Game of Life was the most common one.
That one was weird to me.
It was very weird.
I didn't like it very much.
I don't know why that was like the go-to. It seems like the worst you could possibly do.
I used to play, speaking of card games, which is a good primer before board games.
Yeah.
I used to play canasta with my grandmother.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't super remember it either, but I remember it had like 2 decks of cards. You had to like build sets of things. And my grandmother used to say I'd play cutthroat canasta.
That's awesome.
Because I you know, if you're gonna play, you're not gonna win. Then what's the point?
What's the point?
And I would I'd make her bet money.
You'd make her bet money is the best. How old were you?
I own a lot of her. items because of that game now.
I imagine
so.
you like just being like a 9-year-old card shark and being like, "What are you laying on the table, Grandma?" Like and like taking her down.
She's gotten a lot better though. So
At the game,
maybe.
Oh.
I do remember playing that. I really, really liked it. I thought it was fun.
Do you play any board games growing up? Not really so much.
I play Monopoly sometimes.
I
and
think
I
Monopoly's the worst.
didn't mind it. It is kind of rough.
Yeah.
I played Life a couple times.
They just weren't hitting like ones that we play now sometimes. Like Catan is like the ultimate.
I played Catan for the first time with you, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
That was like a something. I got you like a expansion or something for something.
Oh yeah, you and Corey brought one over, like an
Yeah.
expansion. It was Christmas or New Year's or something. And we all
Yeah.
got together to do it.
And that was the first time I ever played, and
Yeah.
I really liked it.
It's fun.
Can I get 4 rock for a whatever? Oh,
Yeah.
It's good.
Making wheeling and dealing.
I'd play that song. I honestly did like it.
It's either that or I have the Thing board game, like the horror movie, The Thing, that I haven't gotten to play at all.
We should play that.
I
But
would love to.
didn't we? Did we play that together?
No, we looked at it one time. Corey talked about it. Like Corey's familiar with it, so y'all may have played it somewhere else.
I think that was it.
But I also opened it one time around other people, and they were like, "No," and I was like, "Okay, we won't play it."
It's crazy how board games have gotten like amazing.
Yeah,
But maybe they've always been amazing, and we just didn't know. You know, I'm sure there's always been a subculture of like crazy cool board games.
yeah.
That we just didn't.
I also think somewhere over our heads. Like when I didn't get into like really whatever higher level quote unquote board
Mhm.
games until I was in like college with our D&D group, because they would play. That's where like I played Catan for the first time, and that's like I said, Twilight Imperium, which is like this crazy fucking like you're playing that game, you're playing it for 12 hours. Like it's like an
Yeah.
intense ass thing. Or like Hero Escape, which is like where you have like a map and you have little warriors and they all have skills and shit like that. I never played Magic, but like that kind of
Yeah.
whatever.
I will say that like board games are one of my. I don't super enjoy them.
Yeah.
I like Catan. I think it's fun, but I don't super enjoy playing board games.
Why?
I generally feel kind of trapped in them. Like I feel like it's
You're making a commitment that you can't get out of.
all these fucking rules and like I don't know. I don't know. It's just not my favorite thing. I like playing video games.
Yeah. Because you can probably press pause and set it down and stuff.
Yeah, but even with a group, like a group playing Rock Band, I'll truly play that 12 hours all day.
That sounds like a nightmare to me.
Yeah, I
Playing
love
Rock
it.
Band. Because
I-
like you're
I love
stuck
it.
listening to bad music that you can't control. Sometimes it's good. Some of the songs on there are like good and fun.
I think it's fun. I love rhythm games though.
I also, yeah, that's true. I may need to revisit it because my only experience with Rock Band is during a bad relationship, and I'm getting more centered in the frame.
Come on in.
Anyway, and it was like we didn't get to play because it was like the other person just wanted to play like, let me show you how fast I can play Journey or like
Yeah,
whatever the
that's-
fuck, and it's not.
It's a bad.
It wasn't a great time, so maybe I'll revisit. I used to love. Now we're just talking about video games. The dance one, Just Dance.
Yeah,
Not
I
Dance
remember
Dance
you
Revolution,
playing it.
Just Dance. Yeah, yeah. I'd get in there, but alone.
Yeah, I've talked about Beat Saber. I mean, I love it. I get addicted to those things.
I haven't ever played that. I think I'll get sick.
I don't think so actually. It's the VR. I mean, it's cool.
That shit fucks me up.
I don't think you'd be sick, to be honest. It feels so real.
We
Like,
did like a
You'd be fine.
walkthrough VR thing at Disney a few years back,
Mhm.
and like where you're like on a mission and you're just in some like like a bare room that happens to have
Yeah.
the same layout as what you're seeing in the VR thing. But I kept like to look under the goggles to like see my
Yeah.
my real feet to be like, okay, we're good. Like,
Yeah.
we're fine.
Yeah. Was it one of the ones like a stormtrooper one?
Yes.
Did you have like a gun?
Yeah.
You
It was-
shoot things?
Yeah, it was exactly that. Like you were stormtroopers, but
Was
you
it
were
fun?
pretending to be stormtroopers so you could fight Darth Vader. It was really fun.
How did it tell you when you got a hit? What was the feedback?
I think you just saw. Like it wasn't like keeping score.
Okay.
It was just like a collaborative.
Wow.
Your team needs to beat the.
Could you hide behind things?
No, because it was like a set course.
Gotcha.
Like if you could hide behind things, you were like supposed to.
was this a thing you had to pay extra for?
Yeah, like it was at downtown Disney.
Okay, yeah.
It was not part of like Disney World or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds really fun to me.
Yeah.
I think I would like to do it.
Maybe we'll try it sometime if we ever don't ever. I'm never going to Disney World again, probably. So I don't really know.
Why?
I don't want to go to Florida ever again.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, there's one about an hour from us.
Disneyland is a lot different than Disney World.
Have you been?
Yeah.
Okay. But you didn't like it.
No, I'd still like it. It's just much smaller.
To me, if Disney World is a 10 out of 10, Disneyland is a 9 out of 10.
Sure. I guess.
Yeah, but a 9, like Universal Studios in LA, like in North Hollywood.
I've not been to that.
To me, 3 out of 10.
Oh, okay, compared to the Florida one.
Yeah, I would say Florida one, 10 out of 10. But like, if you, it's not like the Hershey theme park, which is probably a 3 out of 10. Like this is like Disneyland's good.
Yeah, it is just compared to Disney World. It's so much smaller.
Yeah, it is, but we don't have to compare it to that. You know what I mean?
It's not different.
We should go.
It's not better. It's just different.
It's just different.
It's not the size of the park. It's the motion of the roller coaster.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway.
We should honestly we should go because there's whole Galaxy Edge now.
Yeah, I've been to that one with Brian.
Here?
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Years ago. When my hair is blue.
Let's go again.
I would. It's really nice in there. I love hanging out in there.
Would we sleep over there one night?
In Galaxy's Edge?
No. Just like in Anaheim.
It's like not that far away. It's like an hour drive. Why don't we just come home?
No, I mean it's because I think it's a little bit longer than an hour, I'll be honest.
Not. I just did it.
Well, I think that I guess we come back, but it's just that,
Anyway, back to board games.
It's just fun when you're there over the night.
Do you have any like weird niche board games that you've played that like if you talked about it would take a specific person to be like I talked about on stream one time, Herd Your Horses to Horse Girl. And I don't think that they knew what it was, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it was like me and my sister's favorite games because we were like horseback riders.
That's
and
cool.
and we had horses and stuff, and we played Herd Your Horses, and it was just some like game to get the horses across the fucking whatever expanse of the board.
Yeah.
I don't know, and like stuff would come up. I don't even remember it that well, but
I'm trying to think. It's not a board game, but do you remember Tubers and Zots?
no. That sounds 110% made up.
It's not.
Hey, you're at the barcade or whatever, the bars that have like the board games all
You
in
got
the
Tubers and Zots.
I see Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but you got Tubers and Zots in there.
No, it was awesome. It was these huge like bendy pipes, and you could like connect them and make stuff. And
Tubers and Zots.
And no one really.
This is completely foreign to me.
Yeah.
No, I got nothing on this. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I wish that would load. Terrible picture. This is obscene, by the way.
Yeah.
No.
We loved those.
It's not a game though. That's just like Legos in some weird fashion.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's my only thing that I'm thinking about, and I'm like, This
just makes me want to talk about kids' toys. Did you Polly Pockets ever?
No.
Never mind that.
I didn't. I had a bunch of like fun little like I don't know. I just play a lot of video games.
Yeah,
I like Pokemon. I like collecting the Pokemon.
You didn't have like the physical game things, like or physical toy things very much.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I really liked Batman. I had all kinds of shit with that.
Like what? Action figures?
Yeah, like then the little Batmobile and stuff.
Little Batmobile.
That was cool to me. Ninja Turtle I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Power Ranger I thought was really cool.
I had a lot of Super Soakers.
I loved a Super Soaker.
Yeah. Super Soakers, RC cars. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I had this one RC car that would flip.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think it was.
And
cool.
it was like you thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
We used to build little ramps and stuff. That was so fun.
We just made them bomb shit on the street.
We inherited a timeshare, and we would go on this timeshare.
Sounds fake.
No, it's real. We inherited a
That's
timeshare.
how they get you.
Or I guess we would use like my great grandfather's timeshare.
Okay.
Something, I don't know. Anyway, we would go, and I remember playing Life and Monopoly there,
Mhm.
and really thinking it was fun. But I never did that at home really. But recently, I played a board game that was like an alien kind of game, and I thought it was so fun. I loved it.
I wonder what it was. Like Alien, like
It
the movie.
it felt like that, but it wasn't that. It was so fun. And you had to pick who was like the kind of imposter-y person
Oh yeah.
a little bit. And I remember just loving it. And I went to like a board game day. And I was like, okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Because they're like friends. But
Like board game social.
yeah, I love playing the game.
Yeah. The game. I wish we knew what it was called.
It was like some of the P or something. Like not Prometheus, but something like that.
We'll have to look it up. The last new game that I played was like it's Betrayal at Hill House, I think is what it's called. I feel like you know this one.
Tell me what that is.
So it's like the one that we have, because we literally have it out in the cabinet, is a legacy game, which means every time you play it, it has you alter the game permanently. So like it'll be like, take this player's card and cross this out with pen. So every time the next person plays, they no longer have like that aspect of whatever, that kind of
That's
shit.
so cool.
So it like permanently changes the rules or like play whatever of the game. Yeah.
Options.
Which I think is awesome, because then it's like kind of a new game every time, and it
Yeah.
affects things in the future and like leaves marks on it to be like, oh, this happened last time people played. But like it's like there's a different story every time to a certain limit, but like it's that you're in the house and there's like a ghost in one of the rooms or something, and you have to find it and like defeat it in order to get out of the house. Or it's shit like that.
Should we play that?
It's like lengthy, but it'd be really fun. It is a fun game. The one time we played with our D&D group, I forget why we had to do it, but one of the rules was that every time like a certain occurrence happened, we had to say a thing, and we all mutually decided that what we said was "Happy Birthday, Patty." So like,
Is that where that came from?
Yeah, because you heard me and Brad go "Happy Birthday, Patty."
Yeah, like
yeah.
fucking Brad was saying that all the time.
Yeah, so it's like, because this thing would happen in that game, and it happened like 50 times that time we played it, where we'd all be like in the middle of screaming about something and then be like, "Happy birthday, Patty," and then like and whatever. It's very funny. I love games like that though. I like board games. I think for the same reason that you don't like board games, because it's fun to be. This is the thing you're doing.
Yeah.
We are here together doing this thing, and if you are the asshole that's like, "I quit," then you're the fucker.
Yeah.
So we all have to do this thing together and focus on it together, and that's super fun to me.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of a selfish outlook on it, because I don't know.
I mean,
you're
not
right.
everyone likes board. It's fine to not like board games.
You're right. I
like the commitment, because it's rare that a group of people are focused on one thing together.
maybe you're kind of reframing it, and I'm like, that is kind of, not to be, a little dumb here, but like it is kind of a beautiful thing. It's like people are kind of focusing on the thing, and it's like you can't be on your phone, you can't check out, you gotta be invested.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
That's why I also like D&D, because it's kind of the same. If you aren't paying attention, you'll lose the thread. Or like going to the movie theater is cool, because you can't have your phone out like in the movies.
Yeah.
What's the Nicole Kidman? What is where the magic happens?
Yeah, well, everyone knows that. That's why magic happens. That's what I like about skateboard surf.
Yeah, you have
know?
to like
Yeah,
focus
you
on the
gotta do
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
I played a new game recently.
what?
I think it's called Rummy Cub.
Okay.
So I played it at Alice and Michael White. Alice and Michael White. And it was like a game, I guess, that Alice and family played growing up. But it's like, I guess it's like gin, rummy, and something else. But it's like tiles. So like
Okay.
you start with like 14 tiles or something, and then you have to make like straights or flushes or whatever in different colors or different number things, and you like lay them out in front of you. So you're doing it until you have no tiles, and that's how you win. So like I was over there like 2 days in a row one time, and we played it, and I was like, "Oh, this game's cool." Like, it was my first time playing it, and I was like, "I like this." And then the next day when we played it, I won like 3 in a row or something, and I felt like I was so focused and
Yeah.
like full autistic, being like, this is all that exists to me right now, and
Yeah.
like I like am
love
nailing
it.
this, and like came back twice from really big ones, and right as I won the third one, it was dinner time, so I was like,
Boom, you're riding that high.
nailed it.
It feels so good. I feel like, honestly, that's something that not that I don't like about board games, but I don't know if I get competitive, but I don't want to lose.
Yes.
Like,
No, I
I
understand.
want to do it. I want to do it. Like, come on, we're going to fucking do it.
Yeah, there's a difference between being like, I want to be invested and do well versus being a sore loser.
Yeah.
Because I'm certainly not a sore loser, but I like
No.
getting into the thing. And
Yeah, me
being
too.
like,
Let's fight. I even do that. Like, I remember I was playing a one-on-one basketball game a couple years ago.
I was like, when?
A couple years ago. And I was playing against somebody that like very much knew basketball.
Yeah.
And I don't know shit about basketball.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun. I like it. But anyway, I was putting my little heart into it. And they're like, God, you suck at this, but you're
having
trying.
fun. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking try. Like, duh.
Do you think it's a fucking game?
Yeah, like, come on. And then it's like, then I start scoring some points. And then they're like, oh wow.
You get
you're
some
like
gusto
doing
behind
it.
you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah. Why not? I don't know. What have you ever played a game with a sore loser? And do you have a sore loser thought and experience?
No, honestly, I'm probably the sore loser. I'm sure that there's a group of people that are hearing me say this and are like, Ren, you're the biggest sore loser.
Yeah.
Like you're very competitive. You want to win, but I don't think I really want to. I don't know. I just it's probably me.
I don't think I've seen you as like. I mean, we've played board games or anything like that together. Very limited.
I do
but-
find a lot of times that games do cheat.
You cheat?
No, games do.
How? In what way?
Well, sometimes I will play a game, video game or board game, and if sometimes some things happen and I'm not doing so great, and a lot of times it's because of an imbalance in rules. It's an imbalance in kind of the game's moral compass. And I find that there's a little bit of cheating taking place with the kind of ethos of what the game is.
So it's the game is like a conscious versus you.
Sometimes it does feel like it's the game against me,
Mhm.
but that's life. And speaking of that, we do have a Patreon. Now, this place is a fun place because it's pay what you want. There are 3 tiers. Everybody gets the same thing. And you can support us financially.
Yeah. You just pick how
And-
much.
We really, really appreciate that.
You can also join our Discord, where a lot of life also takes place.
A lot of life takes place there.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's true. I was going to try to think of another selling point thing, but I don't got it.
It looks like oh, you're holding the cable, which I appreciate.
What do you think I was doing?
I thought that you were doing like a limp arm kind of situation. Everyone, you can't see Cam's arm, but he's holding it much like this. And it looks like you have like a broken arm. I don't want you to get a broken arm. I don't.
I wasn't planning on it.
But if for some reason the arm did need a cast, I think that would be fun.
It would be really cool.
I think it would be
I have
fun.
the coolest cast because I'd get like
I know you would.
I get y'all to draw things
know.
on it. But that just takes back to the thing we already talked about, my leg and us tattooing it and people just putting
Yeah.
random. It's the same as a cast. It's just my
kinda like a
skin and it's
cast.
permanent.
I don't want it to be broken, but maybe you can ask for a cast.
Yeah, just for fun. That's a kind of controversial fetish.
That's one you shouldn't have.
I know, right?
The 100. I don't think you should have that
It's
one.
extremely ableist.
Yeah, you
Like,
shouldn't
don't
have
do
that.
that.
One.
That's very weird.
Yeah. A question. Have you ever had a piece of a game go missing?
Certainly.
Which one?
It went missing, so I don't know.
Ew.
It definitely happened in Catan with like there's like little number circles that you put on the resource hexagon things or whatever they are. Not hexagons, whatever. And we just had to make them up, like a little piece of paper that says 5 on it or whatever.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a friend that would lose pieces?
Like purposefully?
No, like like this one person is like probably
Don't let him handle any of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's hard because in college we were all huge stoners. So like everyone could have been that person.
Did you ever like play a game and you kind of thought that someone might be cheating? Like if like whoever's the banker in Monopoly, like
I
kinda was
assume they are
cheating?
always cheating.
That would go on.
Whoever's the banker in Monopoly. Like if you want to be the banker,
Come on.
sketchy.
It is a little bit like That would be a fascinating study to pull people that have played Monopoly and been the banker and to check yes or no, have you cheated as the banker?
It's an unreliable narrator situation, though. How many
And-
people are really going to admit it?
Well, I think I think everyone would, because to me, it's such a. I think most people have grown past it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think most people do it too, because it's like, it would be anonymous and it's like, there's no repercussions for saying that, you know?
That's what you think.
But it's kind of funny. It is kind of funny to think about like, because as the banker, you could like shortchange somebody.
Yeah.
You could also steal money.
Yeah.
You could also like maybe every time like you kind of collect your 200 for pass and go, you add another 100
Whatever,
to it.
yeah.
No one would notice.
Yeah.
But morally, awful. Now, to me, that's fascinating. Is like polling people, being like, have you done it? And I'm curious what the percentage is.
I'm sure it's pretty high, honestly.
Because I haven't, I've been the banker maybe. I haven't cheated.
I think people it's like a weird competitive human thing with board games and stuff where it's like kind of easy to cheat, frankly, because everyone's so worried about their own little hands and stuff that's going on that if someone else does like a quick little slippy slip of like, oh yeah, I moved this many actually, or like whatever, people forget what the number was that you rolled and you were like, oh, it was or like in D&D it was easy to cheat your health. Like I had 30 HP or something and then I just got dealt like 31 damage, but I don't want to die or whatever, so you're like, oh no, I had like 35 or like whatever, because you're the one keeping track on your paper, so it's easy to be like dishonest. I would say those things, but I never did that. I had several characters that died, I think, and the first one I was like devastated.
Oh,
but I only found a loophole because she had a kid.
So,
oh,
neat.
Yeah.
Story goes on.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because in D&D, I would play I would play like a guy character.
Now?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
I think I
don't care. I think it'd be fun.
I don't know what I would do now, because it was my first character was a girl, and then after that it was like all like non-binary, like, and then and creatures. Like the first one was like a kitsune rogue, which is a very feminine, like foxy like girl thing, whatever. But I was like
a she they.
Yeah, but that was like before we didn't know about this stuff then.
Yeah.
And then the next ones kept being like, like a tiefling, whatever. And then by the last one, it was like a half orc goblin that didn't have a tongue, so it couldn't talk.
Definitely.
And thus not be misgendered by its voice. And it's like, that doesn't reflect real life at all. Like
this is like a they them that had top surgery, no nipples.
Yes.
Kind of situation.
Yeah, one of those.
I understand.
Yeah. Cut an eye out, sacrifice to the orc god Groomsh.
Is that what happened?
Yes. That
oh
was,
my god.
That's what my character did.
Oh my god.
It's cool. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it hurt? Probably.
Yeah, probably. But I also think it was like it's a big deal to devote your life to Groomsh. Look it up.
Got no idea you're
You'll
talking
enjoy.
about here. Got about zero ideas.
Someone out there is like, damn, Cam is hard as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, I roll hard. Roll a D20 hard.
all 6 of our viewers.
Yeah.
One of them. Yeah, there are more than that. But you know what? It's fun to downplay. I was gonna say something. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, I'm still on my Monopoly idea, because now I'm thinking that'd be a funny magazine article. It's like a picture of the cheater with their face blurred out,
and like like an expose about interviewing them about
how
cheating.
they cheated in Monopoly.
Would you do it? Would you do a fictional one, or you really want to find a person?
No, we gotta find somebody, and then we'll take pictures of them and then take away their identity for safety.
I just feel like this could go into like a huge, hilarious YouTube video where there's like dramatic reenactments that we shoot in like slow mo of like the like grabbing an extra dollar, like whatever. Yeah. You write that one down on your idea board.
All right.
Add it to the pile.
This podcast is brought to you by Workflowy. Use Corn Corner for 100% off the free version. Workflow
for 100% off the free version.
Workflow. It's how I organize all my creative thoughts.
Oh, I just use my to-do list thing in Apple, and I forget about all of them.
It's like workflow is like that, where it's bulleted.
Yeah.
But you can have sub bullets. So it's like you could have like, I have one called like general musings. And then under that you can have a little sub thing. I have one called like concrete concepts. And under that I have one, I'll have like a concept. And then I can have that one breaks down another bullet, and I can have like all the breakdown of whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
My problem is I do to-do lists and I forget to look at the to-do list.
Well, that's why I use it for, to me it's not a to-do list.
It's just like brainstorming space.
It's a place where
I should probably get on that, honestly,
Put
because
an
mine are
idea.
just all in there. I also started writing things out in a journal that I had been doing in Notes app.
I like
I was
that.
journaling in my Notes app and I started putting it in an actual journal, which is cool.
I love that for those things. Like
Yeah.
I find that I'm much more, I feel like as far as like washing my mind of thoughts.
Yeah.
Like kind of like feeling like I'm washing out all like the things I have in my brain.
Brainwashing.
I'm brainwashing myself. I find that a journal, like a written journal, is the only way I can do that.
Yeah.
Because the computer is too connected.
Yeah, and the phone's so easy to like, whatever.
But if it's something, it's like, I do find that if I rarely will think of like concrete creative items in my journal. It's very like hard. It's mainly just like,
that's just like stream of thoughts.
yeah.
Yeah.
A blank page kind of thing.
The ideas have to go in a more solid thing.
Yeah, because it's hard because like for me it's like ideas have to be, it has to be like really picked apart, you know, and it's like
Really? Mine are like, when I write mine out, it's just like tape idea, headlight, desert, bang.
yeah, but
Like,
I guess like yeah, that could go in the journal, but then to actually make that happen, it's like it needs to be workflowy to like have like bullet points and like sub bullet points. It's like, what kind of car? What time do we need to leave? Where are we gonna eat? What time? Like, all like.
Did I send you the cool page that I saw on Twitter for people with executive dysfunction?
No.
It's like, I forget what it's called. It's just like Goblin something. Like the site is just like Goblin whatever. And you literally go and put like, do the laundry or something.
Mhm.
And it breaks it down to like, it's like, gather your laundry, separate whites, colors, whatever. Take your laundry to the, like, it like does like down to every single like thing. So like if you're someone that like has a hard time just like,
Yeah.
I gotta do this task, it's like, here are like 20 subtasks so you can feel like you're accomplishing shit, like whatever.
Have you used it?
I mean, I just used it to like show people because I thought it was a really cool thing.
Oh.
I don't have that big of a problem.
I was about to say you don't seem to have that.
No, mine's like, I'm kind of all or nothing though. Like
was-
if I'm having an executive dysfunction day, I'm literally not
out.
doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes I can accomplish a few small things on my phone or something.
Yeah.
But and recently it's been like changing my room up a little bit.
You don't really have issues with like personal occupational things like eating, showering,
No,
like drinking water, like
I need to drink more water, but yeah.
Yeah, but like
I do those every day.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
laundry, it's like not an issue. It's like
No.
you're like, I need fucking clothes.
Yeah.
Like, duh, you
Whatever.
get clothes.
I will say with the food thing, that's why I eat English muffins so much, because it's like a safe,
Yeah.
like bars are easy. English muffin, I know I can just go like
Boom.
boop, boop, boop. Now I have this food right now.
100%
Yeah.
enjoyment.
Yeah. I can't go like I'm not going to making meals. Like that's
No.
not my thing. I'm just like,
But I feel like that's human though, because I do the same thing where it's like, you know, I have a ton of frozen stuff in my freezer.
so do we.
You know, and I'm doing it because I want little wins and it's fun,
Yeah.
and macaroni cheese is always going to be a fun little dopamine hit, and it's good, it's fun, whatever. But I go through phases where I'm like making a bunch of curries. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you like do things where you make it easier on yourself,
I do that.
that's like what I need to, if it's like set up for that, then I'm like good to go. But I can't every meal have to go
Yeah.
whatever shit.
It's also hard because like you eat in a group,
Yeah.
whereas I don't.
Yeah.
And it's much harder. Like for me, it's like I'm cooking for just me.
Yeah. That would be a lot easier.
It is.
Also, because I have leftovers and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's much, you know, it's like I buy Trader Joe's hash brown. There's 8 of them. It's going to last me a week, you know?
I haven't had one since the last time I was at your house. It's been so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Then you get more English muffins because now I'm out of them. What the fuck am I going to eat now?
Well, I ate one this morning and I felt a little bit guilty.
I know, because everyone knows they're my special little thing. Those weren't the good ones, though. They were like a different.
I loved them.
Those were the
Well,
flax ones.
compared to the garbage ones I eat.
Yeah, the Trader Joe's English muffins are a huge fail.
Suck.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we need to go to the grocery. Maybe we need to get some English muffin and some other items.
We should get Whole Foods. I don't think they have deviled ham at Whole Foods.
Did I actually? I don't know. I saw Bud Light at Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Getting
Yeah, get a little-
LGBTQ.
Me and my girlfriend are LGBTQ.
Oh, I
Have you
forgot
seen
about that. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that Whole Foods is kind of laxing on there.
Representation?
No.
Oh.
On the quality of ingredient, because I remember like Whole Foods being like they had nothing unless it was like really clean.
So you're anti-Bud Light is what you're saying?
Clean. Well, I don't like the woke mob.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Is the main issue.
Yeah.
You can't say anything anymore.
Yeah. I don't want my, if my beer is transsexual, what's next? The orange juice? Does it just like go through the aisles into it?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're coming for the kids.
Yeah.
And on that note, people, we are coming for you. The Corn Corner is. It's a hit podcast. It's one of the best podcasts ever made. It was rated top in Podcast Magazine. We're on the cover of Podcast Magazine Weekly.
Yeah, check it out at your local bodega newsstand.
Yes.
Yeah. If you live
pick
in
one out.
Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy, Illinois is the only place that's going to have it. We'll sign it.
If you can find us.
We need to, for Folsom, we need to print out pictures of corn, and we're going to
sign them. That's amazing.
That's something we need to do.
Yeah, that'd be so fucking funny.
It should be pictures of us and then the corn.
No, just corn.
It should say maybe something to the extent of, I went to the Corn Corner at Folsom 2023 and met the Corn Corner, had a great time, and all I got was this picture
of corn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think it's too wordy?
I think it maybe could have a couple more words in it.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's a big moment for a lot of people.
To be at the Corn Corner at Folsom 2023, meeting the Corn Corner and only getting a picture of the corn?
I think that was a summary of what I said, but something to that degree. I think that the issue is that we need to kind of encapsulate some of the feelings that people are going to have. And I think that those feelings are going to be feelings of joy.
Yeah.
And being generally happy. Maybe what we do is we offer them 6 different options, and then they can circle which one. So it's I went and saw the corner and I feel, and then there's 6 options, and they can circle the ones that they feel.
So there's 6 things printed on the picture.
Yes.
And they circle which one they feel.
Yes.
And then the rest are just there, just uncircled.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
can
sign
scratch
it.
them out.
I think it'd be funny if we scratched them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be really successful.
We make them scratch it out in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be quite successful.
And they also have to sign it.
Yeah. I mean, this might be very good.
I think it's pretty funny. I want to do corn kernel necklaces. And it's just a corn kernel on a piece of fishing line, but it's not a dried corn kernel.
It's just a live
It's just
one.
like what?
All right. Put it on a piece of floss.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's like DIY,
We're going to do it.
Punk.
Also, we're debating a meetup.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't want to meet anyone. At
the
Folsom.
corn-
At the Corn Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Get on Patreon and Discord to learn more about that. Folsom's in September, so just so we're all
It
aware.
is a while, but
It's not. I mean, like, it's almost July.
yeah, we got to figure that out. I know.
That's why I was like, you're just trying to quote Dewey Cox.
It's one of the best movies.
You know what? I've still not fully watched it front to back. We need to do a watch party on
You are
Discord.
going to like it.
I bet I probably will. Yeah.
I will watch it on Discord only if we are in the same room with each other,
Yes.
because you have to watch it.
Yeah, you don't want me on my phone.
No.
Okay.
You have to watch it. It is good. It is a good movie. Everyone, thank you so much for spending the day with us. This has been fun.
The day. It's like, is this 24-hour pod thon? We should do it.
We should do it. We should make a goal on Patreon. And when we hit it, 24-hour pod.
That'd be so fucking funny. Like 24-hour stream pod stream.
Yeah. And it's on Patreon or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stream.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is the third exit.
You saying something?
All right, people. Well, look, if you're Shuck
Or you creamed.
Don't matter what you are.
No matter what kind of corn you are.
Doesn't matter what kind of corn you are.
Just as long as you're kind corn.
So, be kind corn to each other. All right.